Okay, and we're live. Hi. Welcome back to another episode of Flame of Truth. I nearly forgot what the name of the podcast was. It's so new. I didn't forgot it. The Flame of Truth podcast. My name is Pat, and I'm here with who am I with?
Mariela. Hello.
Mariela. So yeah, if you've not listened to our introduction of who we are, go and listen to that one first, because we won't be going over our personal stories. I mean, hey, listen. It's us. We're going to speak very authentically in this podcast, so we will be going over personal things and whatnot. But yeah, this is a deep podcast, guys. If you found us, congrats. You're
doing well.
you're on the good path. You're on the path back home, people. Congrats.
Literally.
Yeah. So yeah, the name of the podcast is Flame of Truth, and we're going to be focusing on the truth aspect of the title, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Why did we decide to speak about truth in the first podcast, would you say?
What, the name of the podcast?
Well,
or just
the word truth. Yeah, for our first episode.
Because I feel it just resonates with, it's just everything we talk about, in the sense of like, that's what we're always striving to look towards, and you know what we want to talk about is just truth. Truth is truth, so it is everything. And I think that's why, you know, Flame of Truth, the name Flame of Truth, it's burning everything away that doesn't resonate with truth.
It's those of us who, for whatever reason, we've decided we've come into this life and we've like, I care about nothing other than truth. Looking at what the F is going on in this world. Is this a madhouse? Why are we living like this? It just drives you, doesn't it?
That's it. It is. It's that driving fire force back to truth.
Yeah. So would you say you've always been? Would you ever have called yourself a truth seeker in that sense? Yeah,
I feel that I've always been a truth seeker. Since I was little, especially, everyone's family dynamics are different, but especially in mine, you know, there's a lot of generational patterns, shall we say, that, you know, I feel that I did just, you know, things didn't resonate with me growing up, and I had to, no, I couldn't, unless it was the truth, I was not happy.
Oh, wow.
I know you can resonate. It's that kind of like, you know, the truth. It's nothing but I just want to know truth, you know?
Yeah. And I can resonate on that level of like just wanting to know truth. But your one's much more familial in that way. Mine was more societal. I looked straight at society and I was like, this is fucked.
Yeah, that's it.
It was, I mean, you were the same as well. I mean, I think most of us inevitably get onto the conspiracies, no?
Of course.
Quite early on.
Yeah, of course.
When did you start getting on the conspiracies? When did you take the red pill?
Oh, it must have been. Yeah, it was, well, I don't know actually. I was going to say COVID, but I think it was before that, because I was always interested in like JFK and like 9/11, and me and my dad would like always be like looking into it.
You and your dad?
Yeah, buying books on it and that.
Really?
And, because even like younger than that, like I was always really intrigued by like unsolved mysteries and like murder case, like always like, what's the truth though? Like I want to know the truth.
Yeah,
like what's happening?
Like paranormal.
Yeah, and paranormal as well. It's
documentaries and stuff.
Yeah, which for me as well obviously links into the mediumship side of it. It was my soul sort of being like the passion and interest in spirit and ghosts and paranormal was always like, you know, not only to be like, oh, get ready for spirit, but also like that curiosity of like, but what is true? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Whereas for me, the paranormal stuff scared the shit out of me. I was like, no. But we've talked about this before. You say, and we'll go into like spirit and spirit world and realms and things in another episode. We'll keep it centered to truth.
Yeah, we get off on tangents otherwise.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I was also interested in those things, but I think the horror films, you were saying how like they've programmed people to be afraid of spirit and things.
Massively. I mean, there's, now that I see it from that different perspective, I see it so much that we're so programmed and conditioned to fear spirit and ghosts. Like most paranormal shows or, you know, films or anything that you sort of watch about ghost, spirit, paranormal, you can guarantee most of the time it's going to be scary or it's like a fearful program.
Yeah, that's so true. When was the last? That's so true. When was the last positive ghost movie?
Like
maybe Soul. Have you seen the?
Soul,
You must have seen Soul.
yeah.
Based, great film.
And
really cool.
The movie Ghost. You know, with Patrick. Have you seen that with Patrick Swayze?
I'm. It's one of those films. I'm really not a film buff at all.
No, me neither, to be honest. But
I have heard of it. I've not watched it.
To be fair, there are actually a couple. But most films or like paranormal stuff, it's all centered around being scared, and then we're like programmed to then be scared because it's the unknown, and it's like, oh, is it harmful? And obviously, as we know, fear is one of the lowest frequencies that you can operate in, and I think ultimately as well, they don't want us to remember our true divine nature, and that's why they keep us fearful. It's like, oh, like it's separate, like, oh, it's scary, and obviously it's not. It's all one. It's all us anyway. But it's that separation, that fear thing. Like, don't go there. Don't go there.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So I definitely think there's masses of that.
Yeah. Agenda-wise, there's.
Agenda-wise, yeah.
Yeah. All the so-called dark forces and stuff. It's all fear-based, isn't it? It's all fear-based. Which kind of shows you what the answer is, really. I mean, it's not difficult to love the freaking answer. Like, do you know what I mean? If you're like, well, let's look what the baddies are doing, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Look what they use. They use fear to control, to manipulate. So clearly the solution for that is surrender, love, and just being that which you are authentically. Yeah. Authenticity links into truth then, doesn't it?
It really does, yeah.
And I love
authentic energy and frequency is just
yeah. Well, that's how we connected, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
Our like love for truth, and you can see in people's eyes as well. Once you get really like in touch with your own feelings and emotions, and you have a lot of stuff kind of clear, you look in someone's eyes, you're like, oh, okay, I see. You can see like
the soul, like,
all like the heavy clothes that the soul's wearing as identity, and like there's like a clear
heaviness. There's like a clear, I can't really describe it, but like when I look in your eyes and we're like, it's sort of that clearness to the eyes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to describe.
Light. I guess that's why people use the word light. And I mean, light. Hey, light in English is such a beautiful word, by the way, because in other languages you need two words to say. Like in Spanish, you'd say lightweight. You say ligero, and then for the light, you could say luz. Ligero and luz. You know, on one hand, that's like, oh yeah, nice. They've got two different words for those things and whatnot. But English, we just say light, and that's actually very based. It's very, very based.
It is actually.
Because you become lighter, like the weight kind of light, and then it's like the light that shines from people's eyes. I mean, everyone says it, don't they, about the eyes? The eyes are the window to the soul. Yeah. It's proper true, yeah. And that certainly with the twin flame awakening for me, that was the biggest straight away in the eyes.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that was the instant connection.
Yeah.
Was boom, the eyes.
There's such a remembrance to it. The frequency of like, oh, okay. But obviously, the mind can't. The mind can't get its mind around it, and so
we can't comprehend it from a 3D level.
No.
It's just a knowing, an instant recognition and knowing, isn't it? It's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's why they say it's a remembrance.
A remembrance, yeah.
It's nothing like. You'll hear us say this a lot throughout these podcasts. Like, we don't know shit. Like, we know nothing.
Yeah,
we know nothing. We just know that profoundly. I'll speak for myself, I won't say we, but my love for truth, that's always come with not knowing, like, because ultimately you get there, sat to yourself, you know, in the ego kind of consciousness, you know, I know nothing. I know nothing. And then that's such a beautifully freeing statement to say, because then
so freeing.
But the words. Yeah, we've talked about words, and we will do another separate podcast on that. So I would dive even deeper into words. Sorry, guys.
They love it really. They love it really.
Yeah, but words are so powerful, but it's the intention behind them. It's the same thing, you know. A person's energy. Yeah, it's their intention. I say that when people ask me, like, if I pray, What do you say when people say that? I'll ask you at first, and then I'll give my answer. When people say, "Do you pray?" What do you? How do you answer that?
People don't. I've not really been asked that, actually.
Really?
Honestly, yeah.
Not in church.
No, because
what do they call prayer at your? So
I suppose. Well,
Mariela goes to a spiritualist church.
Yeah. I go to a spiritualist church, a Christian spiritualist church. And I suppose we do pray. We say the Lord's Prayer in every service on a Sunday.
Yeah.
And we'll put like a prayer out for healing in the service as well, I suppose. But people, they haven't ever really asked me like, "Oh, do you pray?" Because I suppose because I pray in church,
I guess
they're not gonna and also, and maybe people outside of church, I suppose they just probably assume that I don't know. I've just not really been asked it, but I think when I have spoken about prayer, I don't. It's quite a personal thing for me. I feel like it's my time. Really just talking me and God, you know.
Yeah.
So I kind of
very direct link.
Yeah. It's quite a sacred thing for me.
Yes.
So it just comes when it comes, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Why? What about you?
So I don't know with prayer. I always go to the words. I can't remember the etymology of the word prayer. Prego. But for me, prayer is your prayer, because normally we pray for things, right? People say like you're praying for things, or for, I don't know, someone in your life to get better or healthy or this or that, or praying for more wisdom or whatever. And that's kind of what I would kind of pray for, a bit like for sanity, essentially. I go like, hey, listen, and it's surrender, I guess. So prayer for me now is really surrender.
Yeah, I've found a lot of times when I do pray, I'll often just say to God, please just allow me to be the best sort of servant for you that I can be, in that sense. Not servant in that sense, but it's that kind of like, I just want to just do what I can do.
It is a servant, really, no?
Well,
you're being of service.
Of course, yeah. But I think the word servant has can have negative connotations.
Well,
but I mean it in the most pure, exactly. But it's I don't see it in that way, is what I'm trying to say. I see it as like I'm of service to God. Like
that's how I see the word,
and I see it as pure beauty. And love. So it's always like, because obviously, like you said, sometimes when you pray, you will be asking for things. So then I like to say, like, I'm not just asking, I'm also saying that I will.
What can I give you?
Exactly.
What can I give? How can I be of service?
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's so I love that. It is you being a servant.
Yeah.
And being of service.
Of service, yeah. In your book,
yeah. Oh damn! How was 13 minutes?
I was going to say, how far do we get in without plugging the book? Buy it, guys.
Hey, listen, it's the divine working through all of us. So
who am I
to decide the law? Of course.
Exactly.
That's so funny. But yeah, being of service. To be of service, the best way, if you're listening to this, you're like, oh yeah, okay, I'm cool. I want to serve truth, whatever that is, or God, or love. Like these, these are a cool couple of cats who are having this chat right now, and you might understand everything. It might sound a bit stupid, a bit crazy. People are like, yeah, this resonates on some level.
It's authentic.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Yeah, and so if you want to be of service, then. Observe. Just become aware, because consciousness is the all, it is God. So start to be that which you are already.
Yeah.
We like learning to be us, really. It's very sweet.
It is.
Life is very sweet.
We're
like,
so cute.
Imagine we're like going along and I'm like speaking about all these divine things and whatnot. And then sometimes I'm feeling a bit sad. I'm like, oh fuck it, I'm just getting some crisps and eat some crisps and feel a little bit of But it's sweet at the end of the day.
It is sweet.
Sometimes it's savoury. Most of the time it's
good
savoury
one.
for me.
Yeah, good one.
But
Yeah, good dad joke.
But oh, that's so true. The amount of dad jokes I'm coming out of that, I'm like, I'm not even a dad. Like,
yeah, but
what?
dad jokes are funny as. Like, I love dad jokes.
Yeah.
They're so funny because they're so like
Yeah.
funny because they're true.
Mm.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. It's funny because it's true.
Yeah, that links us back to humour and like laughing.
Humour is such a beautiful way for truth, isn't it?
That's the truest thing you'll hear us say on these podcasts is us laughing. Basically, like that's the truest thing you can.
It really is.
You can say. It's why all the mystics and sages end up saying the same thing. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Highly unoriginal, but whatever. You know, we're like the most original, unoriginal podcast ever. You know, I've not heard anything like this. This is incredibly like, you know, incredibly authentic and different and genuine and all these things. But also, we're saying the same thing that's just anyone has ever said about truth, because truth is one. You know.
Yes.
Truth is one.
It's one. It is the all, and that's why you can't believe in truth.
Yeah, so true. You can't believe it. Yeah.
You know, it just is.
Yeah.
You know,
truth transcends belief because it transcends the mind. That's the point.
Exactly.
Transcends the mind. That's why, guys, you want to get to know truth, like observe your thoughts.
Observe your thoughts. Yeah, you are not your thoughts. You just are the observer of them.
Yeah, and people, let's slow it down a little bit and go through these, because you are not your thoughts. For some people, might sound quite fucking crazy and jarring.
Yeah, but also it's.
Go on.
Do you know what? When I've said that to people, it's always been taken quite well. Like they go, oh, okay, oh, I've not heard of it like that.
Yeah.
Or if I say like, oh, you're not your emotions, you just experience them.
Yeah.
Oh, because
it's fucking obviously
true. But like we said before, it's like
frequency.
It's that like really inner knowing as well of being like, I actually know that to be like, they know deep down.
Of course.
But it's just peeling away the layers of you know, distortion. Yeah.
Heavy energies.
Distortion. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a really fascinating. It really, like on my awakening journey, that when I had that realization that I'm not my thoughts and I only experience my emotions.
At what point was that for you?
It was after the twin flame awakening.
Wow.
To really know that. I mean, like I'd heard it before, but to really feel that and be like, because it released me from so much.
Yeah.
You know, like inner programming and thoughts of like, thinking this about myself or whatever. And I'm like, to be able to stand back and be like, oh my gosh, I'm not my thoughts. I'm just experiencing them or observing them.
Yeah.
Set me free, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, right.
Yeah.
What about you?
Regarding
like when you had that realization?
For me, it was through, bit of what we call trauma, but we'll talk about trauma.
Shadow work.
Yeah, but like traumatic experience involving my brother, and I've said to him, if he won't mind me saying, I won't go into details of it, but you know, because he like felt so much guilt over it and whatnot, and I was like, oh bro, that's like the best gift anyone's ever given me, like consciousness. I was like, whoa, it's amazing. I realised, I was like, oh, I've got a choice, you know. They felt like a choice. Ultimately, I realised there's no choice. There's only divine. But in a sense, maybe it is a choice. Oh, we'll talk about free will in our podcast. That's like crazy.
Yeah, do we actually have free will?
What a question.
But
with that, it felt like, oh, I've got a choice to act of like love or fear. Like I can choose.
And there was literally two choices. Like, you had to split.
Exactly. So from a soul level, from the ego level, traumatic situation, whatever. From a soul level, freeing. That's the level you can get to if you do, you know, some sitting with your emotions and letting yourself be and loving yourself. Yeah. So truth, and we've written 3 words on this piece of paper essentially. Do you want me to talk about?
Yeah, why not?
Subjective.
Go for it. Tell me about the subjective.
Shall I go into that before? I mean, we started talking about love then as well, but I mean, love
well, it's all one.
Yeah. To be fair, we're gonna be like, oh, we've done a podcast about the same fucking something again. We try to choose truth,
look, guys. Everything is
speaking
one.
about love, and then we're speaking about work, and then we're realizing
it all just comes back.
It's all one.
Yeah. End of podcast.
yeah. Boring.
Completed it, mate.
Oh man. We could do a podcast about memes as well and internet memes. I mean, hey, listen, we're in proper.
I love internet memes.
Like degenerate times, obviously, but they're epic as well. You know, like the memes.
It really is.
You know, culture.
It is funny.
Anyway, let's not get started.
Anyway, yes, right.
You want me to explain this triangle then?
Yeah, come on.
All right, okay. Because this one I drew.
So yeah, explain what.
We did very brief notes with you for our podcast. You can imagine we were providing 99.9% of it. I drew a triangle. So if you listen, imagine in your mind's eye right now a triangle. Okay, so standard triangle, 2 points at the bottom, 1 at the top. On the bottom left of the triangle, you're going to write the word subjective. Okay, subjective. I might even put a graphic on. If I make a video on YouTube, I'll try and put a graphic. So subjective on the bottom left, objective the bottom right, and absolute on the top. And in the middle of the triangle, you can write the word truth, because this is the triangle of truth.
Yeah.
Right. All right, just ask me a question about it. What do you want to know?
So talk through the subjective and objective.
Okay, so
points.
Subjective and objective, they're opposites in that sense.
Yeah.
They're in the world of duality, in what we call the third dimension, that level of consciousness operating from that. Subjective and objective, that's the duality. And absolute is the truth, that is the all, the one that we are. So when I use the word truth, with a capital T, I'm normally talking about the absolute.
Absolute, of course.
Yeah, rather than the subjective one. And and I had a real interesting chat with a guy who I did a YouTube video with, which I'll try and link if I remember later on, about truth. And when I was talking about truth there, he was saying about having, people have their own truths. And I was like, yeah, that's relative.
Peaceful
Rebellion. Yeah, Peaceful Rebellion. Yeah. Great YouTube channel, guys. Yeah, go and check that out. Peaceful Rebellion. It's really, really good vibes. Good heart.
It really is.
Yeah, nice.
Great
heart.
videos.
Yes, good stuff. So yeah, talking to him about that, I was like, when I use the word truth, I use it in that absolute sense. That means the all. So you don't have a truth,
Yeah.
It's not like
exactly. Yeah, it's not like
my name's Mariela and my truth is that. And on one level, that's relatively true. That's what we call a subjective truth.
Exactly.
That's a subjective truth,
got you.
And it's under the umbrella of absolute truth. So of course it's true. And subjective, you are subject of what you subject yourself to, yourself and others, because like reality is a mirror.
Yeah.
So you're subject to your subjective, and then that creates the objective. So in that sense, that's how this 3D matrix is being dreamt, is from our subjective beliefs that then get projected and they become the quote-unquote objective. Yeah. But even the objective, and I'm sure the Buddhists will back me up on this one, is an illusion. Is what they call Maya. So the so-called objective reality with objects that we are creating with our subject are ultimately our subconscious mind.
Yeah. That's why they say you create your reality.
Exactly. And a lot of people wake up to, on their search for truth, they wake up to it on that level. Talking about I'll come back to truth if we want to talk about it. But
like what you believe to be true will be true.
Yeah. And that's not because
it's the absolute.
You are the absolute truth.
Yeah.
Exactly. You are the truth. So your word is the reality. So if you're like, reality is like this, well, enjoy it. You're creating it.
Yeah, you're doing this.
Creating it. Yeah. And people, and I understand as well. And I don't normally say I am creating reality or you are creating reality, because normally you're speaking to or from a space of separation, an ego in that sense. Yeah. But it can be a fun one to lean into as well, which just to let the ego play out. Yeah,
I was going to say
reality, and then I'm like, I'm the one beating my heart. Like if you think you're creating your reality in that sense, or you think thoughts,
you're in control or anything like that.
If you think you're in control, you're not.
You're a bloody
surprise. Yeah, that's surrender, guys.
I think it's a good way to get people to start contemplating, different perspectives, though. Do you know what I mean? To say like, you can actually change your reality in that sense, because people, they're such a slave in a sense to their own subconscious.
Yeah.
And I think if you just drop that seed or like introduce just that little idea of like you can create your reality, it opens the door to
gives you
truth with a capital T.
Gives you hope, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Gives you a little bit of hope, like that the law of attraction phases and stuff. That's like, it's a beautiful and epic phase to go through, like manifesting from your ego. I was doing that, like loving it, you know. I had like my ego's perfect life, really.
This is
living right by the beach, paying like hardly any rent because I was living at my girlfriend's house at the time. Who was like my ego's perfect girl.
This is
when
it.
You think, oh yes, it's everything I want.
Yeah.
And then obviously, if your soul's got, if you kind of incarnated here with another path or plan, or you've got to raise your frequency kind of thing. You say you love truth, let's see how much you love
Surrender.
it. Yeah.
Exactly.
And because you do, we do love truth. Like you just go, okay.
That's it. You bypass then the ego, the manifestation thing. It's like, oh no, like I'm not in control. Yes. You know what I mean? Everything happens as it should be happening.
Yeah. And that's truth. But you can only, because truth is love as well. This is
how it goes on. Yeah, it leads to our next point.
Do you want to speak into that?
Love and being.
Well, love and truth, love and being are all the same. But
it's all. It's all.
If you walk someone through that, you only realize truth once you can't deny love to realize truth. You have to walk the path of love. You can see it with like the chakras as well, see it moving up from like the root chakra, the sacral, the solar plexus, to get into the heart chakra, which is where humanity's going. Fucking about time too. Give them another war.
Come on, guys, hurry up.
To be fair, 3 wars, Trinity, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
It's going to make sense on the third one.
It's all
People
sacred,
are like,
yeah.
oh, do you know what?
It's all as it is.
Yeah, exactly. Truth and love. Truth and love being the same thing. That's been one of the biggest things. I've only kind of integrated really recently, I guess, like the past few months. Just been kind of coming in spirals as energy moves in spirals, because spirit spirals, you have these patterns that come around and around.
Yeah.
And eventually I was like, oh yeah, so truth is love, love. So if I'm suffering, I was saying to you before, like sometimes if I'm
move to the heart chakra.
If I'm in mental suffering, I'll go to my 2 paths are those of truth, which is not knowing. Saying, hey, we don't fucking know. Do you think I'm sitting here saying I know the secrets of the universe? Fucking no. I'm saying we are the universe. There is no secret.
Surprise.
But see how like the frequency, like this is love frequency now, like speaking about truth and
laughter, and it's just so just flows. It's so pure. It's so freeing.
That's love.
But so true. Like you said, being able to transmute anything through the heart chakra. Oh, I just said it like you. That was nice. Is you're transmuting it, like you say, back to love. Any sort of distortion or anything that isn't, like you said, just goes straight back to the heart chakra. And you just feel the truth.
Exactly.
With whatever it is going on.
Exactly. And you can see it as the path of the masculine and feminine as well, if you want. So the not knowing path would obviously be the masculine, more of like a mental truth of, hey, I don't know shit, I don't know. It's 100% truth, and it's a path you'll get out of mental suffering. But if you also need to go into the body and really feel like the emotions, that feminine kind of energy, that like that's what love.
Honor it.
Oh, that's what love is, isn't it? Like just feeling the trapped emotions or energies and whatnot, just feeling it, and then
it's burning away. Love burns it away. Do you know what I mean? It's so powerful. It's what we are. It's what we are.
It's what consciousness is.
We are love. It's of course it's powerful. It's
the creator.
Literally,
love is the creator.
So and that's beautiful.
It is so beautiful, and it's always been something for me, like with religious folk, when they use the right words, they're like, oh, there's so much wisdom in the spiritual text, so much wisdom.
Yeah.
But it's a game of frequency, and if you read that through a fear-based frequency,
oh my gosh, yeah,
and especially a lot of the things have been, messed with and changed and whatnot.
Yeah, distorted. Everything gets distorted.
Oh, God,
whatever.
Like,
Control,
we're
power.
we're not denying any of that either.
Yeah.
Jesuits or whatever, and Catholic Church, and all those kind of players. Like, yeah, for sure.
I think the original roots of it all is rooted in love and truth.
Yeah, of course, because truth is one.
Exactly, it has to be. Yeah, it has to. Yeah, there is no other way.
No. Yeah, truth is the way.
Truth is the only way.
The way, the life. What's the Christ quote? Truth is, I am the way. I am the light. What is that?
Oh, I don't know.
I am the way, the truth, and the life. I think it is.
Oh.
I am the way. Yeah, obviously, because it's all there is. The truth and the life. And the life is. Yeah. And etymologically as well, you can put life and light together very easily. It's like a tiny little jump of, oh yeah, this letter means this. It's not difficult. Disclaimer, you can do it with any word because it's all one. It's all one energy. I was going to say, Cred and Mariela, so whatever.
All goes back to one anyway.
Exactly.
But yeah, I think words is going to be a good topic for us to discuss as well at some point.
Yes.
And well, especially with what you've written about and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's
available on
Oh, honestly.
Yes, yeah.
But it's fascinating, words are illusory. So
yeah, so cool.
It all comes back to one, guys.
Yeah.
All comes back to one.
That's
love.
True. All right, we'll wrap it up there. God bless. Thank you for listening.
It's been good.
And we'll see you in the next episode.
See you in the next one.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye.